What's up, gamers? I'm Boss. We're here at Golder Clash Royale. We're going to start the season off with a win. I'm feeling it. We're going to do a nice lumberjack minion push. Add the freeze in there. It's like adding a bit of seasoning to your push, you know? Now, with my deck, I know this is the first video with me, it's not very meta, but my deck kind of doesn't care about the meta. It has persisted for the past 5 or 6 years. I don't know which, but it stops all of the meta decks cold unless it's in the air. If it's in the air, I lose. But we're not going to see any air decks today because I feel it. I feel it in my bones. There we see a little emote from Sully. He's a good co-leader. He's watching the game. Hopefully your clan members watch you get all your dubs. Now here we do a Hog Rider push. Now Sully tells you not to exert yourself. I'm going to say no, you should exert yourself because it's high risk, high reward here at Golder Clash. Now my Lumberjack's going to take out that Mega Knight on the left hand side. We're going to suffer a little bit of damage, about half the tower, but that's alright because we took his tower. And I'm just not afraid of Team Destructo from the north. This is just League 2. He's not a pro. He's not like me. I was an Ultimate Champion last season, and I'm not like Ian77. I'm not the best in the world, but I'm definitely up there. At least top 10,000, maybe. So here, just we're going to conserve Elixir a little bit, build up the push for a Hog freeze push. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's been done. It's been over for years. No, it's not. It's just getting started. See here, he's going to Mega Knight. He's going to hop, and I'm going to not do anything because I don't want to. Instead, we're going to wait for him to come to me, put the barbs out, and then the Lumberjack. Because the thing with Clash Royale, it's about two things, I think mainly. Positioning and timing. Now, your card's positioning, wherever you put it, helps you get a good defense, and you turn your defense into an offense. Like that barb Lumberjack just there. Took a tower. And now, last 30 seconds of the game, double elixir, where this deck, my deck really just begins to shine because I could do whatever I want with the freeze, and I could just stop all the pushes, even if they're close to taking a tower like they are right now. Even the Mega Knight Prince combo can do nothing except take a tower, or almost take a tower. But I wanted that to happen. Want to know why? Because I love getting 3 crowns. I'm going to get another one right here. Even though we have to go into overtime, take a little more time of my precious day, we're still going to get it. We're going to add the freeze, which everyone loves, add the bomber for a little bit of spice, arrows just to disrespect the guy, and we're going to get this 3 crown. We hit the good game. You know, we have to be positive in the Clash Royale community because there's a lot of toxicity. So we're going to hit into the next one. And this is against Lay Trippin from the Killer Celts. Celts? Not sure. Now, I tend to like to start off with a Lumberjack push just because he's so quick and he just does really good damage. Here he doesn't do much, but I at least get to see that he has the Goblin Gang and a cannon. I'd always recommend like starting off with a push like early on, like just something heavy, even if it costs a lot of elixir, because it usually either gets them to panic and like place buildings in an unideal way, or at the very least you get to see what they're playing with. And here, the minions are going to tear into the tower. They're probably going to take it here. Yep, there it is. He wastes an elixir on transferring the Mega Knight. He even says, oops. He acknowledges his mistake. That's good. It's good to acknowledge your mistakes. Now here we have the Wall Breakers coming in with the Mega Miner. They're a really good card. They're very fun, but they also die pretty easily. So here we got one of my favorite pushes, the Barbs, Bomber, and Hog. I didn't do the Hog just because the Barbs are too low health for that kind of push. But we're in a strong start here in the first minute. Barely taking any damage. Already taken one of his towers. Lay Trippin is probably going to lose this game, but he keeps playing. You should not give up in your Clash games. You should always keep going till the end. Just like me in this audio recording. We just have to keep going. Now here we get the Hog Rider. He's going to die, but he's going to get 2 hits off. Rage off. I love the rage damage now. He even says wow, because Lay Trippin knows that the Lumberjack and Hog push is just unbeatable. He can't win, but he's going to keep trying anyway. We got the Mega Miner coming in. Bomber's going to do some decent damage before he kills it. And here, the Lumberjack's a little outgunned here. But after we get the wall breakers hit, because we don't want the minions to die, we could take out the Hog. And I love putting something in the middle there. So we're going to put the Giant, not the Hog, in the middle. And we're going to wear down this guy's defenses a bit. Because even though it seems a little close right now, it's not. That Hog, nothing. Wall breakers, boom, gone as well. And usually some people really hate the Firecracker. It's not going to be that useful for me here, just because my tower is almost dead. But I love the Firecracker. Seeing it, not playing it, just because it's like a free King Tower activation. If you played it earlier on, I would have taken advantage of that. And now, Bomber's going to lock on, Giant's going to lock on, we're going to freeze. That's an easy 2-tower win. Lay Trippin even says well played. Again, positivity in Clash Royale. You don't always have to be toxic. Unless they're toxic first, then go ahead. They deserve it then. Alright, nice gold chest there. Let's get into the third and final game of the day. So, start off with a nice Giant push in the back. It's the one time I start off a little slow. And he's playing a balloon, so already my heart is sinking to the floor, because I hate anything that flies that's not my own cards. And there he gets the arrows off of my minions, so it's going to do a bit good damage. But, like Sully would say, he just really overexerted himself. So I'm going to be able to exploit that on the right side and push in with the Giant and the Bomber. And of course, I'm considering using the freeze. I do, just because they usually don't expect you to use the freeze. Like, most people don't expect it when your thing is low health and they just played their defense. And I got the same amount of damage he did with the balloon with my Giant freeze Bomber combo. There we go. Kill his little defense push with the barbs. Push in with the Hogs. I love putting the barbs in front of the Hogs because they just soak up damage. But see, now we have a real original gamer here. He played the Mega Knight, which nothing wrong with playing the Mega Knight. It's just you see it. You see it every day. You play Clash Royale, you're probably going to see this card. And he plays it with the balloon as well, which normally wouldn't be good, but with the arrows and the tower, it's going to take the tower. But that's alright, because he's tower, 530 health. It's going to be an easy Hog push to take that out. We're a little bit of a tough spot. This is the toughest spot we've been today, boys. But I know all 8 of you believe in me to the fullest, and I'm not going to let you down. So, we're going to do a nice Lumberjack Hog push, saving up for the freeze. You can see I love using the freeze. And this guy, Nestro, I'm not going to say that. I don't want to get canceled so early on. He doesn't like it, but he knows the freeze is coming. Here we have something we've seen before. Mega Knight balloon push. But this time, we're ready. Not exactly. We weren't exactly ready. He's going to take the second tower. But again, not worried. Hog Lumberjack push with a little bit of freeze works every time. It's guaranteed. Hasn't failed once. Except that time. That's not the point. So we're going to push on the right side. A little bit of desperation to get this tower. We have 20 seconds left. It's going to be tough. But if we take that tower, then we could go down the middle and take that left-hand tower and make it a race for a 3 crown. So here, you got to deal with the balloon again before it becomes too much of an issue. But we're going to set that Hog down the middle in an attempt. But sadly, the attempt did not work. That's alright. We all lose sometimes. Even the best. Even the boss loses sometimes. Alright. So, remember when I said it was the third and final game of the day? I lied. There's another. There's a fourth game. Alright, well, we can't end the video on a loss, can we? So, start off with a nice Hog Rider minion push, one of my favorite ones. And we're going to arrow in response to Goblin Barrel. It's a shame I couldn't freeze the tower, but that's okay. Because we got the perfect response to this minion Horde Princess push, the Lumberjack. Now with the rage damage in the air, he could deal with stuff in the air, which is desperately needed for me. So we're going to let the Valkyrie get a couple hits on the tower. It's alright. I'd rather counter push with the bomber than sacrifice him to save a hit at this stage of the game. It's only been 41 seconds, 42 seconds, 40. You get the point. So we'll push with the Hog Rider and the bomber. We'll respond with the elite barbs. Now, they're not as fast as they used to be. So this is easy. Easy stuff. We're going to let the minions kill the E-barbs. And the tower can handle the Goblin Barrel. He put it far away, so their damage isn't as much as if it was right next to it. Now, he's playing a building here. Now, if I had to guess, once I do this push, he's probably going to respond with a minion horde. But I have the arrows ready, or about to be ready. I tend to do this thing, Sully would call it overexerting, where I have a plan, but I am one elixir behind my plan. But here, where the Lumberjack just got 3-4 hits, it's worth it, because that's about 1,000 damage. If I could just advocate to you all 8 of you, just put a Lumberjack in your deck. Your win rate will go up dramatically. At least that's my opinion. Because Lumberjack is one of the best cards in the game, no matter what the meta. And remember, kids, or adults, or teenagers, honestly, I don't really know your age range, but you always got to keep calm when you're playing Clash Royale, because once again, I've heard one of our clan mates over here rage over Clash Royale. Because your opponent can tell when you're not having a good time by the erratic way you play. It's really easy to tell. I've seen it more than I can count. Sometimes people just close out their phone and call it a day, but that's never good. You always want to play till the end, like Pegasus 311 here. Things are not looking good for Mr. Pegasus. I don't know if I would want to keep playing if I was him, but we keep going. So here there's another Goblin Barrel push. It's usually when a deck has a Goblin Barrel, that's kind of their main source of damage. I'm not going to say it's a one trick, but it is kind of close. Now here, he gets desperate, tries to get a tower before he inevitably loses, and there it is, a 3 crown. Hit him with a good game, some positivity. Clash gamers, keep it real, keep it positive. This was Boss.